And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Opening day baseball on the show. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Michael King. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Oh, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Acuna runs. Strike in there. No throw. He's in there safely. Man, is he fast.
It's so fun to watch.
That's a laser base hit. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third.
Couple of singles back to back. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Aaron Judge now at the plate, and foul ball.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone into the lower basket of the Western Metal Building. He sends a rocket to left. It's 3-0. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man at first. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Kicks and fires. And there's a foul ball. Got him swinging. And the batter now, Matt Olson. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. One out, and a runner at second here on opening day. Next pitch is outside.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two. Swung on, belted. That one back there. Gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 5-zip. So 2 down, and here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. On the ground right side, Iglesias sends it to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. And we're back. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Spencer Strider. What's the word on him?
Boogie brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jose Iglesias. Next offering is in for a strike.
I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22. When the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Now one missed.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
And down on strikes he goes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Judge makes the grab out. Number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Luis Ariz stands in. That's inside.
3-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Payoff pitch. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy. Here's a 1-1. And that's down and away.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
That's inside, and the count's full.
We got a full count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
The designated hitter, Ronald.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. The count 2-1. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Smash that.
Stephen Kolek gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Next to hit, Bobby Witt Jr. That's a base hit. Run scores.
He was all over that one. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Double play ball to second. On to Bogaerts. On to first. Double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute them. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
Up and in. 3 balls and a strike. gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Here is Austin Riley. 2 outs. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. On the ground to the left. To first. They limit the damage here. Back here at Petco Park in beautiful San Diego. This place hosted postseason baseball last year, Siggy, and Padre fans hope they'll experience more of the same this year.
Great energy in this ballpark, and a successful Padres team is really good for baseball. They're giving the Dodgers everything they can handle in the NL West. Plus, Petco Park has turned into one of the best postseason experiences in the league.
A lot of good from the Padres a year ago, but the story for them was coming up short in the postseason against the Dodgers. San Diego was 1 win away from hosting the NLCS, but their offense went ice cold at the worst possible time, and it cost them their season.
Well, the fans might not agree, but that was a great series. Every game had a memorable moment, and it delivered amazing television. Sign me up for another postseason that features the Padres and Dodgers going at it.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
2-2.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Manny Machado. And now 1-2.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game,
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. New inning getting started. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
But he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Couldn't catch up to the heater. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. Strider deals. That's way outside. Now 3-1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Left field. Ozuna ranging after it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
That curveball right there stayed up in the zone. And if it's going to be effective, he's going to have to finish the pitch.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. 2 down, base is empty. Next for the Padres, Jason Hayward.
2-2.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swing and a miss. Strider gets the strikeout. Back here in San Diego as we go to the top of the 4th. So here's Murphy now. Check swing. Went around. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
1-2 the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Now a check swing grounder. On to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
And Acuna will take his base.
Take your base.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
And that one hammered. That's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Acuna runs. Pitch
That's
inside.
the ball. That's inside.
No throw, safe at second. Judge waits.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
The 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
My partner, known for being a touch hack-tastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh, my goodness.
In your career.
I can't even believe. I'd win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even, seriously, I don't believe that.
Fires to second for 1. And that's 2.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
And he blows that one by him at 100. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze. Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here on opening day. And there's a ball.
That's a
I
ball.
wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But, yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. This one smoked out to left, and the inning is over. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Around second is Riley. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And the batter now, Michael Harris, the second.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that is out of play. Stays alive. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th. Misses outside, and a full count now. Fights it off, he'll see another. And he hits a ground ball right side. One at second. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Harris leads off first with one away. Pickoff throw. Harris dives back in safely. Line drive, and that's just foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Here's Sean Murphy. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out.
He's out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And they'll do it again.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Here's Elias Diaz. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The designated hitter, number 5.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that one is lifted in the air. The throw in. Safe at second.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Here's Jason Hayward.
That's a ball.
Good job to fight that one off. Cronenworth on at second with 2 down. Out to short, Witt. And that's the 3rd out. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Ryan Hoeing.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So the lineup flips over. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1-2.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Tatis brings it in, and there's 1 down. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside the park home run in the same game.
Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. It's Aaron Judge now. The Braves up big in this one here on opening day. Judge rips that one. Going back on this one, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner on the go. Fouls one off. 2-2. Runner goes again. Ball outside. Throw to second and great jump.
Boog, you remember your sprint speed?
I mean, probably not quite that. I mean, I think in a fully fueled. Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off, Jose Iglesias. On the ground, right side. Olsen steps on the bag. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And here is Xander Bogaerts. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. That one a little bit high. 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Witt over to first. 2 up, 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Luis Arias.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Going to count 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Austin Riley.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground to first. Arias takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed. Quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one finds the corner, and that is strike 2.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Here's the pitch to Olsen. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Olsen checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing according to Eric Summerskill. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
That missed. That's
and
a
now
ball.
The count filled up 3-2.
We got a
There's
full
one
count.
guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
The batter number 1. Second baseman.
Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter.
One
Their
ball, 2
swings are
strikes.
hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And Tatis able to stay alive.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Now batting.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. That one fouled off, 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Now Machado up here.
Machado.
Two down, nobody on. That misses.
That's the ball.
And
Outside.
it's 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Drops into the glove, and that ends the inning. Back here at Petco Park, we go to the 8th, and now the catcher comes up to him, Sean Murphy. That missed by a
2-1.
lot, and it's 2-1.
You know, these Braves really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They have 6 hits today with runners in scoring position, and that's something
2
they
balls,
can feel
2 strikes.
very proud of.
Next
got a
offering
full
is
count.
downstairs.
There's certainly added pressure when you're hitting with runners on. So the fact that they've come through so many times in those spots shows me a lot about the makeup of these hitters.
That one drilled left field. Back there. Gone. His first homer of the year. It's 10-0. Back to the top of the order now. Here's Acuna now. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-2.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch
That's the ball.
misses, and the count's even at 2.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now Bobby Witt Jr. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That one not
2-1.
close. Ball 2. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. One down, base is empty. Up the middle. Oh, nice play to his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out. Two down, base is empty. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now pitching for the
Back
Braves.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Aaron Bummer.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now it's Elias Diaz.
Diaz.
In the air, right field. And that will drop foul. And a sweeper misses for a ball.
Ball. Full count.
That one misses.
Ball four.
So a
Take the
leadoff
base.
walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now the DH for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And now
Ball.
it's even
Outside.
up.
Really nice 2-strike pitch right there. Very tempting, but couldn't get the chase.
And Jake has entered the K zone. Here's the left fielder, Jason Hayward.
The left fielder, Jason Hayward.
Outside
Ball.
low, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Drilled out towards left center field. Harris after it. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
Diaz on second. Iglesias at first. 2 out of the inning. Witt. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out.
Now
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Ron Marinaccio.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 and 2's the count.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Austin Riley at the plate. 3-2 now.
Ball.
Base is empty, 1 away.
Full
Here at
count.
the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen throwing BBs. Here's Matt Olson down. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, stepping in for San Diego, Luis Arias. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Judge hauls it in, 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Jackson Merrill the next to hit. Bummer is just one strike away.
Ball
And
inside.
this is inside.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game, swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
10-zip your final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.